upper right corner of the video area. Look at the image brightness. If too bright or too dark will affect the cutting effect. So we have to put the following exposure time to the appropriate parameters. Click on the exposure time at a pull list. We can see where the mouse is displayed. The value behind the right is smaller. The microsecond will be brighter. In the next look at the video area is not brightened, followed by the smaller. The second is not more dark. And then look at the video area is not darkened. We also have to pay attention to that. If the adjustment of the value of the reaction cannot, click to reset the red box to adjust again. If you check the red box, then we can see the video area will have the red box. Out of the red box is the camera to identify the area. The red frame pull four corners can zoom out to enlarge the camera recognition range. If only cut a small piece or relatively small graphics, you can reduce the red box to cut the graphics above. This advantage is that the camera can be faster to identify the operation. If you do not check the red box, it's to identify the full format. Is the whole cutting the effective format? For format recognition will be relatively slow. This can be targeted use. Click on the edge of the management of the pop-up dialog box. First of all we want to cut the outline of the graphics or graphics inside. If only cut outside, well, you need to check only take the outline of the option. If both inside and outside the cutting, it is unchecked. There is a cut via closed graphic. You have to check on the graphics closed option. Talk about the bottom of the dialog box in the smallest size. When the value is too large, may make us want to cut. Where the place is ignored, we can see where the mouse is displayed. If the value is too small, may be properest to the edge of smaller graphics that we do not want to cut off the place. There is the largest size of this value is too small, we may cut out the outer edge of the mention. Put out only inside the edge of the graphics line. It is possible to show that the object is not recognized. So this value is larger than the overall figure. The diagonal size of the graph the value is too large to mention the edge line we want to cut. It's possible to put the edge of the entire material line. The maximum sharp corners of the general 120 can be the default. If there is a special pattern of the largest sharp angle over 120, of course, this value must be adjusted a little bit. The general situation is enough. The width of the line is to identify the width of the default line 1 to 1.5. This is basically no need to adjust. The adjustment is that if you do not need to fit the graphics card to change this value, positive for the expansion, negative for the shrink, and then click on the edge test. For a few seconds, we can see in the picture on the left side of the cut object is raised. The edge is raised by the green light that the edge to be cut after. You can click OK button and then click automatic tracking. The edge of the smooth adjustment of the more complex graphics. The default parameters cannot mention the edge of the line. This time I need to adjust the smoothing coefficient and the size of the field to identify the edge line. Smooth cannot be too big or too small. We are in the same time. You can see the left side of the graphics edge line out on the line, and then adjust the size of the field value so that the entire edge line can be identified. The domain value is too large, may be too many lines. Too small may not be identified. Smooth lines we can zoom in the left side of the picture. Look at the edge of the line is not very fit graphics. If the fit graphics too tight or very curved, lines need to smooth the lines to adjust the edge of the line. That is easy to fit the graphics and ideal. The effect of the edge of the graphics in the edge of the line is not sharp enough, or a straight line passed. We need to adjust the corner adjustment so that the graphics have sharp corners or corner of the ground can be more fit graphics.